Hello everyone, this is Dushyyk aka Dushyyk and welcome to Dushyyk Rights. With today's book, we are taking a sharp turn away from the kind of books we generally review on our channel. Crime and Punishment by Fyodor Dostoyesky is not a typical leisure reading book. It is an intense Russian psychological drama which takes place in St. Petersburg. First published in 1956, the story revolves around Rodion Raskinov and is told from his perspective. Rodion is the eldest son of a widow and brother to her only daughter. They are poor and barely scrape by with the pension they receive. Rodion comes to St. Petersburg to study and further his career. He is a smart, intelligent man who keeps to himself and has very few friends. Though poor, he is very proud. He used to take tuitions in the city, and through that income and some financial support from his mother, he is pursuing his education. Caught in the inevitable circle of poverty, he loses some of his tuitions and has to drop out of the university. At this time, he begins to sink into illness. He is feverish and descends into delirium. His pride does not let him ask his already accommodating lady for food. He ends up hungry for days on end. In this state of mind, he decides to kill and rob an old pawnbroker, a wicked old wretch with a reputation of being ruthless with the poor customers, mostly students and farmers from the hinterland who have come to St. Petersburg. She is a mean cuss who beats her frail younger half sister all the time while making her work like a dog. Rodion believes with the money that he robs, he could do infinite good things for the poor. However, once the deed is done, he finds himself with self doubt and paranoia. He sinks further into his illness and struggles with the guilt and horror he confronts with the real world consequences of his deed. I have written better synopsis on my blog site than what I just read, and this does not really do justice to it. Please read it on my blog page, the link for which is given in the description below. Now, for my review of the book. When they say Russian novels are dark, they do not prepare you for just how dark they are. Speaking for myself, it was a good thing I read this book during the summertime and when I was mentally and physically in a good space. The translation from original Russian to English done by Constance Kayanet is brilliant. Though the title of the book is Crime and Punishment, the novel does not directly deal with the actual crime and its formal punishment. The real punishment is Rodion's internal struggle. The book details his conscience as punishing him so much that in the end he's a broken man and takes the legal punishment almost as the only step towards his salvation. The novel is divided into six parts and an epilogue. The language is simple to understand and the storyline is easy to follow. There are certain plots which happen in the flashback, but they are not distractions in any way. The pace of the story is slow at the beginning, but almost halfway through it picks up nicely. The writer does a beautiful job in keeping the mood of the book constantly intense throughout. It is like standing in the middle of a heavy rainfall. There is no respite and you are constantly hammered to keep your head down. The novel is written in the third person perspective. It is told primarily from the point of view of Rodion. It sometimes switches to the perspective of other characters. The unique thing about the writing is the use of time shifts of memory and the manipulation of temporal sequences. You are with the primary character, and suddenly some word or action of someone else or the mention of something takes you back to a vague memory of him doing something or saying something. The late 19th century reader was not used to this kind of writing. One thing that you should do at the beginning of the reading is keep a cheat sheet of the names of the characters and how each character is related to another. Some characters are introduced abruptly. They are, however, described in detail. Not all of them have backstories, and neither are all of them present for long in the story plot. But each plays his part to perfection in taking the story forward. The text is a bit verbose for the 21st century, but the quality of writing is beyond doubt. Many a times, a small fact that takes up only a line will have reverberations 50 pages later. You cannot skip a couple of pages, it will affect the continuity of the story. Each character has a unique language, and things like the sentence formation or the length of the dialogue for that particular character is unique only to him. Just like names in India and particularly in the south of India, the names of the principal characters in Russian have a double meaning and define some characteristics of the person. This, however, is lost in the translation due to difference in language, structure, and culture. The epilogue is satisfactory at bringing an end to this part of the story, though it leads towards a sequel which will take story of the chief characters forward. Let me know what you think of the video in the comment section. Please let us know if you want us to review any particular book, and do not forget to subscribe and press the bell icon to get regular updates from our channel. Thank you so much for your time.